What's going on, guys? K-Pine here and welcome back. I just showcased this team in my last video, but I'll be featuring it again here with the set I used to hit legend with it. If you haven't watched that video yet, I highly recommend you do. I go over how to play this team and what to do against certain leads, so I'll link it down in the description for you to check out. And while the doubters of this team and of Spark Lanturn are in absolute shambles, let's get into the battles. Getting into the first match, we lead Lanturn into Skarmory. Fantastic lead for us, and well, apparently a fantastic game too. GG's to my opponent, very well played. All right, getting into the next one. We lead Lanturn into Cofa. Pretty neutral lead. We get to hit hard with the Thunderbolts. They get to hit hard with the Shadow Balls. I'm gonna throw this away. Throw this with my move right away. I'm not really worried about them catching on to anything because normally it's like a water fairy like Tapu or Azumarill that's behind it. I'm gonna farm up. I'm gonna swap into my Obstagoon one before the Surf, expecting them to throw it then, and they do. We catch the Shadow Ball, triple resisted, waste all that energy, and from here, I was just planning on farming down the Kofa all the way if they're staying in, but rightly so, they weren't switch locked. They get their move back, bring in a Metacham. And because we have all this energy, we can easily get to 2 Night Slashes to put some good damage on the Metacham. Unfortunately, the Medi does come out loaded, so we're gonna bring our Lanturn in right here to absorb that, as our Altaria will not appreciate Ice Punches. I'm gonna throw the first move right before my Thunderbolt. I would survive a Psychic, so I let it go, but they bait with an Ice Punch, and that's fantastic. And because they baited, I should have gone for the Surf, expecting them to shield since they wouldn't want to waste all that energy by getting hit by a Thunderbolt. But that's all right. We get a shield, we let this go, and from here we just farm down with our Altaria. We commit 1 shield to the Ice Punch, leave with extra loaded energy. See if they want to bring in the Kofa from here, which they do. I will shield this, as a Shadow Ball could potentially be the hardest hitting move in the game left. But they go for the Dark Pulse, and that was a good move by them because they just barely reach another move. Luckily, it's just another Dark Pulse. So Altaria down a shield with a move loaded. Hopefully it can close out the game, see what their last Pokemon is, and it's a Digger's Beat. And normally this is a great matchup for Altaria, but we're at just above half health. And Digger's Beat with a shield, being notoriously very tanky, this could actually be pretty close. We're already at our second Sky Attack, making sure to throw a good timing, not allow any extra moves through, and I also have to be careful about a potential catch onto their very low health Metacham. Another Fire Punch coming through. Our Altaria is starting to get very low. I don't throw my Sky Attack right there because I'm expecting them to catch. They don't. And I'm overfarming, being patient, and they don't catch at all. They don't even swap out, so that's great. They were just going for the next Fire Punch, allows us to then farm down the Medi, and very close one. GG's to my opponent. Getting into the next battle, we lead Lanturn into Bastiodon. Pretty decent lead for us. This is one of the 2 places where we want to see it. We just want to make sure it is not on our Altaria at all costs. Gonna throw a Surf after 7 Sparks for good move timing. It's gonna do a nice, decent chip to the Bastiodon, and because they are staying in, I'm suspecting that they're double weak to this, potentially Azu or Tapu Fini. That would make sense considering Bastiodon's weak to counter, and Azu and Tapu resist counter. And because of that, I will shield this up. I am planning on preserving some health. Gonna load up, throw before another move. This will take out the Bastiodon, but they come in with a Shadow Gramble, and this is bad news because I have to stay in. I can't swap out. My only hope at this point is that it's not the Tapu or Azu in the back, and it's something like a Trevenant, which could also make sense because Trevenant resists fighting as well. But if they're running a Shadow Gramble, it's most likely they have another Charmer or another Fairy type at the very least behind it. I'm playing it out just to check and make sure that I don't have any win condition here. Sky Attack does take out the Gramble. We get to see what it is, and it's the Tapu Fini, and that's just a team comp we are not going to beat. But GG's to my opponent. So we're currently 2-1, sitting at 2988 ELO. A 3-2 may secure the Legends set, but a 4-1 definitely will. Lanturn Mirror, this one's running Water Gun. That's great for us as we heavily outpace to these Thunderbolts and resist their fast move. My opponent lets it go, so I will as well. Now I'm gonna farm up extra energy, throw this Thunderbolt right before their Surf, just so I don't have to take any extra chip damage. This will take out the Lanturn if they let it go. They do. They come in with Frostlass, and it's great that they came in with it here, so it's not on my Altaria as well. Get a Surf worth of chip damage. Gonna farm more. They're gonna throw the Avalanche to take me out right before I get to another Surf. That's fine. I'm just saving my shields for the Goon at this point, and if needed, Goon can tank an Avalanche. But I will shield up the first one, as I don't want to have to tank an Avalanche unless I need to. My opponent tries to catch a Night Slash on the Noctowl. I'm patient. I swap to my Altaria, and at this point, my win condition is to save my shield for the Goon and use Altaria as a damage sponge. I will throw off this first Sky Attack to bring it low, and from here, I either take the Noctowl out with fast moves and leave with a charge move stored to throw out the Frostlass and get a shield, or I let the Noctowl take me out so my Goon can get extra farm. I don't throw that Sky Attack because of that, because I don't want their Frostlass to then farm down my Altaria and get extra fast moves so they can reach 2 Avalanches before I reach 3 Night Slashes. I don't want them to outpace me. So either I leave with the move to get a shield and then Goon can clean it up, or I get extra farm on the Goon. And in this case, got extra farm. We can easily shield up this Avalanche, throw off this Night Slash we have, and take another very good game. GG's. At this point, we are 3-1. A win here will secure the Legend, and a 4-1 set. Pick up a great lead for us, Lanturn into Azumarill. My opponent's going to pivot into Metacham. We meet it with our Altaria. If they're running Ice Punch, this could get a little dicey since I was a little late on the swap, but they top left, secure the Legend for us, and a GG's. The 4-1 set. Get a nice little Litwick as our match reward. Elo goes up from 2988 to 3031. Clinch the Legend. Of course, got to get the screenshot. Poses. New shirt. Go and take a look at these styles really quickly. Got the Legend pose. Here it is, the Guzma style pose. It's a nice one. Not my favorite of the animated poses, but it's still a very nice one. Taking a look at the shirt. Very cool shirt as well. I'm liking the look of that one. Take a look at both of them together, the pose and the shirt. A nice little combo, if I do say so myself. Next, we're going to take a look at the Pikachu Libre, see if it's Little Cup eligible or shiny. Not shiny or Little Cup eligible, that's all right. I'll take it. I am not complaining. Nice little great toss on it. And the instant catch, you gotta love it. Gonna take a quick look at its IVs. 15, 14, 11, pretty decent. Not complaining. And of course, we are appropriately going to name it Season 12 Legend, favorite it, and have it join our collection. If you guys stayed with me to the end, thank you so much for watching. Do recommend you try this team out. It's a pretty fun team. I really love it. Obstagoon hard counters a lot of opponents. They're not really expecting the Spark Lanturn. And the team is just overall very, very solid. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And with that, I'll catch you in the next one.